This last several months for me, watching what this new presidential administration has done and watching the attitude that the community here on YouTube has taken as a result of it, has brought to light the fact that apparently there must be some merit to what this presidential administration says about how criminals are not heroes. I do not personally condone breaking the law. I do not personally condone thievery. All this. It's funny that all you people who claim to be Christians and stuff, does not your own God, does not your own Creator command you in His 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal? You lose your righteousness in all of this. That's the thing, is that you betray your own faith, you betray your own convictions. You sit back and you say, well, I'm glad he had an illegal weapon. Do you not think that these videos are being watched by people in places of authority? Obama's administration told you months ago that they were going to start patrolling places, social networking sites, YouTube, MySpace, Facebook, Twitter. They said outwardly and openly in mainstream media that they were going to start going through these places using highly trained specialists to start digging into all of this kind of stuff. And you're so smart that you're going to stick it out there and say, oh, I got this, that, and the other, da, 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 da. I'm glad he had it. Well, guess what, numbnuts? You just painted a huge target on your back. And you sit there and you have the unmitigated gall to throw hate speech at me because I abide by the law, because I'm trying desperately to use diplomacy, sensibility, and logic and reason to preserve what remains of this nation. You're not going to win. You can't. You don't have enough people, for one. Most American citizens, most intelligent American gun owners, are not going to rally to your cause when these kinds of things happen. They're going to do exactly what they have done all along. They're going to take their stuff, keep it in their house, and they're going to protect their own families and personal properties and such. They are not going to rally to your cause when they see some jackass in possession of a stolen grenade launcher being accused of raping kids. And the first thing you guys come up with is, oh, they must be, it's all fake. It's all fake. Are you serious? Are you really that thick? It's all fake? Are you fucking serious? If more than 2 people in this world know something, it's no longer a secret. And you honestly think that they would go to that much trouble to get rid of one YouTube loudmouth? Man, if that is the case, why did End Times Watchman have 32,000 subscribers before he upped and bailed? Why did the Sons of Liberty 1776 and why does that nutsack have 8 different accounts with all the stuff that he puts out? Those people didn't really do anything. The people that do things are the ones that conveniently wind up missing. Remember all the lies associated with the General 10's death? Oh, this great big search and rescue party had to go find him out on the property, yet the obituary says that he died comfortably, or peaceably anyway, inside of the local medical center. Oh, Apache Grunt was on the phone with him and listened to his dying breath. Come on, people. For the love of whatever God you believe in, you need to start trying to at least grow 2 brain cells to rub together. Because you can sit here and condemn me all you like, but all that proves is that you're 100% ignorant and not educated. Ignorant to the facts. Ignorant to logic, to sensibility, to reason. To sit back and blindly put your trust in somebody you wouldn't know from Adam. I bet you wouldn't leave your children alone with him. Not after this. Whether he did it or not doesn't matter, because the court of public opinion now has them in his hands, has him in their hands. It's that easy. Whether Michael Jackson raped those kids or not, it doesn't matter, because he's always going to go down in history as being known as the king of pop that diddled kids. That's what he's going to be remembered for. Not whether he was acquitted of it, but he was accused of it. The damage to the real patriotic community and the real militia community who are out here supporting and defending the Constitution and legal law-abiding citizens and helping their communities and protecting their families, that's what a militia is. So all of you out there, I have to make something painfully clear. For all of you citizens out there who are sitting on the fence trying to decide whether or not you want to get hooked up with a militia, I'm asking you not to take some of these people's comments as representative of what the militia believes. Okay? The real, true militia completely understands that there must be a reasonable system of law, which is why 99% of them focus within the boundaries of it and operate within the boundaries of it. You will not catch true militiamen in possession of stolen military hardware. Those are called extremists. Those are called homegrown terrorists, which is exactly what this individual has turned out to be. You have not paid attention to what I've told you. You have not listened to the facts. I've told you all on more occasions than I can count. He confessed to me 5 weeks ago, over a month ago, that he had this device. Now, the fact that I did not physically see it is the only reason I did not personally place the call myself. Okay? Because it screws us all. Him being in possession of a stolen military weapon screws us all. Because it affects the court of public opinion, it sets us up for a whole new round of anti-gun legislation, and it sets us up for all kinds of new anti-militia legislation, because that's the first thing they mentioned in that news article. And the problem is that you people are too thick to realize it. You're so eager to come out here and defend this guy that you know jack shit about. You don't know anything about him. He penetrated your ranks, he got all your names, he got your operational status, he got what kind of gear you guys are dealing with, he got inside of Oath Keepers, he got inside of all these other different organizations and agencies, and you don't think for 1 minute that he'd sell your asses out in a plea bargain? He's already sold out the guy that gave him the launcher in the first place, so while you're busy calling me a traitor, look at your hero. He's already sold out the guy that gave it to him. If you think for 1 minute that he wouldn't sell out anybody else to keep his ass from doing a 10 to 15 stretch, you don't know people very well. And I got no problem saying it. I do not break the law. I do not condone those who do. I will not allow it in any of my classes, and I've made it public statements more times than I can count. And if that earns me the visceral scathing remarks that I get from all of you YouTube commandos, whatever. Because you're under the impression that I care about your opinion. See, in the places that I do most of my work, I got nothing but overwhelming support. Nothing but overwhelming support. This place, this venue, is the only place I am receiving flack. You know what that tells you? You must be over the target when you're taking flack. So for all of you loyal viewers out there who understand me, who know me and know what I'm about, and want to be a part of trying to preserve this nation using logic, sense, and sensibility, hey, you know what? You guys know how to contact me. For all of you morons out there who are hell-bent on either initiating or waiting for or praying for or fantasizing about or masturbating about a war that you do not understand and cannot win, I pity your souls. Because the only thing you can think of to do is to dare call me a traitor. A traitor to what? What exactly is it that I'm a traitor to? I'd like to know what your opinion of the man's going to be when the evidence comes back and finds out that his semen was inside that child. What are you going to say then? That the government masturbated him in his sleep and used a turkey baster to plant it on the child? You people trust people too fast. And you put too much faith in people that you don't know. And that's going to be your undoing. That's the weapon that they're going to use against you. And that's the worst part, is that you're too damn thick to understand this. You want to know what shills and agents are, people? Shills and agents are the ones that get under your skin and get right down to the core of your soul and get you to run your mouth so that you incriminate yourself. You don't have Fifth Amendment protections when you made the comments yourself. Once it hits the internet, it's public property. It's public domain. There's no freedom. Google your email address and see just how much the world knows about you. I'm here to tell you that until you people get your heads screwed on straight, and you're kind of looking at me as the bad guy here, because I'm cutting ties with someone who's been accused of raping a child. How many of you have children? I have a 10-month-old daughter. I wouldn't let this man within 100 feet of her right now. Even if he's cleared by a jury of his peers. You know, you sit there and you talk about how it's got to be framed, he's got to be a setup, it's got to be that. You people stun me at how quickly you are to rush to this, oh man, it must be a frame-up job. You need to stop watching movies, and you need to start doing some real research. And you really need to start figuring out how the really real legal system works, because if you're convinced that the entire legal system in every city, county, state, from coast to coast, around the world, is so crooked that they take out your great big George Washington out from under you, then you are absolutely fucking retarded. And in my opinion, for what it's worth, entirely too stupid to live. So with that, part 3 is coming up, and I will tell you exactly why in part 3 I put in the part about your wish being granted.